Hello my dear sinceres, welcome back. And today we're going to continue our journey through the moon signs. And we have finally arrived at Libra Moon. Moon is usually the planet that talks very much about our emotional world, the way we tend to interpret feelings, to interpret the world from a kind of more inner sense way. It also talks very much about the type of habits we tend to create and have, our subconscious, our childhood, many times even describes the type of mother that we have. And it can also be a little bit like the sun. Sometimes it feels like they both are the same for us, but the sun is a kind of more manifesting outwardly and the moon is more inwardly. And usually only people really close to us get to know us from our moon sign. And so the people with the moon in Libra will generally be very harmonious, very kind, have a kind of a diplomatic way of expressing emotionally and in their relationships. And for them, it's really important to have an experience of harmony where they are able to connect to others, and that this also can bring them a kind of a sense of balance and equilibrium to their life. They will tend to be very relationship centered, and they will tend to feel a kind of a need for a partnership. It's much connected to their sense of well-being. The state of their relationship can very much affect how they feel internally, how they tend to feel mood-wise. And they always tend to try to be fair, equal, to be just, to be diplomatic type people that continue to do that always in a sense of harmony in their relationships and other people. And Moon in Libra is usually described as being kind of a very charming type person, very romantic, artistic, harmonious, balanced, diplomatic, fair, and having a really strong sense of justice and equanimity. They are the type of people that always try to bring peace in conflict with situations. So any conflicts, they always try to bring the peace in, but they also can be very refined, sophisticated, classy, have a certain kind of poise, and be the mediator. And they also have a tendency to be very agreeable. And they will be doing really good in anything that is connected to art, drama, beauty, design, home, decoration, fashion. They will be the people that will purchase objects just because they think these objects are really beautiful and that this object would look really good in some kind of thing that they have with their house. They love to be surrounded by beautiful things, have beautiful surroundings, beautiful objects, beautiful environments, spaces. And like I said, they have a need for partnerships. They have a need to be with someone, which is really, really important for their emotional state. Because this emotional state that they have is very connected to the quality of the relationships in their life. And they are not the most, actually they're not really the most emotionally deep moon compared to some signs, which also at the same time can give them a kind of a sense of a superficiality about them. However, they tend to feel secure by always being with companionship or some kind of partnership or friendship, or have always someone by their side that goes along with them and journeys with them and is in a kind of an intimacy with them. They will do good in professions and be attracted to careers that are related to beauty, to arts, design, fashion, decoration, anything that has to do with making anything more aesthetically pleasing. So for example, things like modeling, like television, like films, production, design, interior decoration, visual arts, etc. And they are the type of people who will also be very aware of social injustices. So they can be fighting for equality, for civil rights in careers related to law or justice, or even activism, doing work with ONGs, for example, things like that. So the superpower of the moon in Libra is their charm. They have a way about them that makes them be very likable and appealing to be around. Not only are they have this kind of tendency to make themselves very attractive and beautiful, but they also have kind of this sense of harmony, ease, elegance, a certain gracefulness about them that can actually make them quite irresistible. And this can also translate in their capacity to make other people feel good in their own company, in the company of the moon in Libra. And they are the people that really, really care about how other people feel and are always constantly trying to make them feel good. And this can lead them sometimes to put another person's need before their own needs. And this kind of attitude is connected to their shadow side. So on their shadow side, moon Libras can be codependent. They can lack a certain assertiveness. They may care too much about what other people think and be way too concerned about their external image. This kind of trying to project an image of perfection, of everything is good. Being too focused on appearances and wanting too much to be liked by other people. And this can run them a sense of inauthenticity and superficiality. Because when you're trying so hard to make other people like you, it kind of reveals that you don't really like yourself so much. They can also be indecisive with a certain tendency to change their minds frequently. They can struggle with being capable of being alone and wanting to be with someone, and wanting to be with another person all the time, which can also indicate some stress if they were to find themselves alone. So this is relating to certain codependency issues. But this is the shadow side, because normally a healthy moon in Libra that has done their kind of work, they do enjoy freedom, and they can do things that not always require their romantic partner to be there. They do have a sense of independency, and they actually enjoy it. However, on their shadow side is like they really can struggle if they go too long without a family friend or a partner or someone that is actively participating in their life for more than a certain amount of time. And if they do find themselves on their own and alone for a large amount of time, they can feel insecure. Because they don't want to feel this way, they are led to then compromise many times for the appearance of harmony in the family or in their relationships, which can lead them to bypass in actually trying to resolve the issues behind the problems. In talking about the elephant in the room, they fear confrontation, and they can also be people pleasers, many times putting their own feelings and needs aside. And so mooning Libras in relationships, they tend to look at their partner as a way to know themselves. It's really important for them to feel that their relationship is harmonious, that there's peace, that there's understanding. They will seek to immediately sort out any issues or conflicts that can arise, making sure that these conflicts or issues are resolved. Funny enough, mooning Libra don't tend to be jealous or obsessive, I believe, because of this kind of tendency to have the harmonious part going on and having an harmonious relationship. But they also avoid conflicts and confrontations, because if you do have a moon Libra in conflict or confrontations, they will be very unhappy. and they will not rest until all the conflict and problems and issues are resolved. But as I mentioned before, this moon is actually not the most deeply emotional moon, and they tend to actually be more in their head than their heart. It's more like they have this kind of idealized idea of romance that they seek to fulfill to its perfection, rather than actually the feeling itself. And this is also connected to their need to be with someone all the time, and not wanting to make waves as to avoid that the person that they're with or that they're like leaves them. They also enjoy intellectual interactions, to be with people that are interesting, active, exciting, independent. They have a preponderance to be attracted to people considered attractive, to have like this kind of a certain physicality of being in a certain prime in their physicality, or that workout, or they have a really nice physical image. And they also like physical exercise to improve their own image and their attractive qualities. They also like to do most of the things also with someone else, with a partner or with a friend or with someone. They don't usually like to do things on their own. So if you want to spark the interest of moon in Libra, some of the things you can do is to take them on exciting adventures. Something that allows them to have exciting experiences and be somewhat physical at the same time. Take them to beautiful places, preferably that they have not been before. Present yourself in a very nice, elegant, attractive style. Something that makes you look very attractive to them, that improves your attractive qualities. Also, you can show some knowledge in things like art, music, philosophies, things like culture, aesthetics. Also, make sure that you have a sense of fairness and a sense of equilibrium with them, and that both of you are kind of balanced, and that there is this fairness distributed between the two of you, because this is really important for them. They don't like to feel the scales that one is higher or lower than the other. Also, be independent, have a life of your own, a kind of a more adventurous person, and you invite them to join you on your outings, on your explorations and adventures. Make sure you listen to this moon whenever they talk about their issues and perspectives. Listen to the conversations about the relationship, because for them, like I said, it's really important to resolve all issues, and they have the deep need to feel understood and listened to, and that a harmonious agreement has been reached. And so if you are a Libra moon and you want to be at your emotional best, some of the things that you can do are things like connect yourself to the arts, connect yourself to things that are beautiful, that you find beautiful and appealing. You can do things like going to concerts, galleries, museums, decorating your home, find some nice music, find amazing clothes, fabrics, colors, anything Venusian, because Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. And also you can give advice to friends on style and reinvention of their image, or even help them decorate their homes, or even kind of decorate spaces for other people. Also, and this is more your life lesson as the moon in Libra, you can learn about boundaries and finding a balance between giving time to yourself and giving time to others, in fulfilling your needs and the needs of others, in using your sense of fairness to find an equilibrium between yourself and others. This is part of the lesson for the Libra moon, and if you find this, if you find this balance of the scales, you can also become a really relationship counselor. Also, go and practice some intense activities if you can on social environments where you can make new friends instead of being constantly with the same people, or if you find yourself too attached to someone, try to change the environment, try to meet other people. Also, you can get a boost of endorphins by doing things by yourself while still being in social situations, so like going to the gym or going for a run or taking aerobics, something that helps you improve your appearance, do physical exercise, make you look more attractive, and meet new people, is the perfect balancing act for Libras. And of course, we cannot not talk about relationships, which are fundamental for Libras, as they are generally balanced when they have a romantic relationship. But also, make sure that your partner is interested in meeting your needs and that you can express these needs instead of avoiding conflict all the time just to keep up the appearances. And that is it. That's all I have to say today for the moon in Libra. I hope you have enjoyed this video. And if so, please let me feel your love by pressing like below and by subscribing to my channel. And if you can also, please show your love by sharing with other people who can benefit from these videos. And let us know, are you a moon in Libra, and do you know anyone who has a moon in Libra? How is it for you? Did you feel this video has described you or described the moon in Libras in your life? Or do you have any tips or tricks or other things that you can share with us on how to deal with moon in Libras? Please let us know in the comments below, and also any tips, tricks that I have not mentioned or things that I have not described in this video. And please check me out at my website on cynthiasincere.com if you'd like any readings and consultations, or check the projects that I have there. And if you do subscribe to my channel, you will receive some free gifts. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I look forward to see you on the next one. I wish you a pleasant day, evening, night, whatever you are, and I'll see you next time.